The title race is pretty much over now as Rangers lost 3-2 at Parkhead to Celtic in a game that was labelled a must-win for the Gers to keep the title race alive. In today's video, we'll discuss the 5 major talking points from the match, whilst also going over all the latest news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Before we get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Connor Goldson missed the match with Celtic because of a hip injury. Manager Michael Beale explained the situation ahead of the game in a conversation with Sky Sports. The 31-year-old centre-back is seen as the team's defensive leader and was of course a huge miss on the day. He was replaced by summer signing John Souttar, making his first Old Firm start. Beale revealed the bombshell injury occurred right at the end of yesterday's training session. He said, right at the end of training yesterday he had a problem with his hip. We thought it might be okay, but unfortunately not. It's a big loss because he's been fantastic since he's come into the team. We will get a scan on Monday and see the extent of it. John has been fit for 2 months and he's been training well and waiting for an opportunity, and what a fantastic one it is for him. Just a quick one before we get back into the video guys, we've released our brand new merchandise. We've got our Graham Souness Tim Scalping t-shirts, along with our Michael Beale Stan Smith tees. Do shop the collection by going to rfcclothing.com or going down into the link in the description. Let's get back into today's video. Rangers of course lost to Celtic 3-2, and in this part of the video we'll discuss the 5 major talking points from the clash. Davies Disaster. I've been a huge fan of Ben Davies since he signed for Rangers, but he had an absolute nightmare in the match against Celtic. Davies lost Kyogo as he opened the scoring, but his contribution to Celtic's second was abysmal. He skewed his first clearance before making a horrific attempt at rectifying his error. Davies attempted to stop the ball from going behind for a corner, but is headed off a Celtic player straight to Kyogo to fire home. Let's hope this is just a one-off, there is no getting away from it. He played a huge part in yesterday's defeat. 100 goals for Tavernier. To score 100 goals for any club is an impressive achievement, but to do it from right back is quite incredible. Tavernier has had his critics, but he produced the captain's performance at Parkhead as he led by example. His free kick was out of this world, and he showed strikers' instincts to arrow a header past Hart. Raskin Bossed. Beale was heavily criticised for not starting Raskin in the League Cup final. The Belgian looks to be a quality player, and he was instrumental in Rangers' impressive display at Parkhead. Raskin is a significant upgrade on John Lundstrom, and he possesses the technical ability to dictate games from deep. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, but Raskin's display highlighted why so many Rangers fans were frustrated by him not playing at Hampden. Clancy Disaster. A big talking point in the game was when Rangers opened the scoring early on, but the goal was disallowed due to Kevin Clancy thinking Morales fouled Johnston. VAR then did intervene, and the decision was horrendous, and no goal was given. Michael Beale was upset at the decision and singled it out in various post-match press conferences. He said, "I'm disappointed in 1 or 2 of the decisions from the officials, the VAR officials, not Kevin on the pitch, because I think if you look at the goal, that's disallowed for Alfredo Morelos. You look at the number on the back of his shirt, why is there a guy not trying to play the ball? Only Alfredo's trying to play the ball. They both get a hold of each other, but Alfredo's number's twisted around his back. I think it's a goal, I think it's a soft one." This was not the only decision he got wrong in the game, but that one is up there for the worst I've ever seen. Scottish Cup is a needs must. As I've said so many times, the title race is over, and after that match it is a done deal. Rangers need to make sure that they win against Celtic in the semi-final at Hampden later this month, and stop Celtic from winning the treble, but also laying a marker down for next season. Beale could definitely do with an Old Firm win to get the monkey off of his back going into the next campaign. Chris Boyd has given his reaction to VAR controversy in yesterday's Celtic vs Rangers match. This is a sport where there has to be contact, and I don't think there is a great deal in it. During the game, Ali McCoy's branded VAR a laughingstock in the aftermath of the decision. Speaking on co-commentary, the pundit said, "Honest to goodness, it's absolutely embarrassing the way we are running VAR. Absolutely embarrassing, we are a laughingstock." He gives him a little nudge. "Nick, what are you seeing, son?" Andy Walker added, "I think if that's at the other end, everybody is wanting a goal. It's 6.5 dozen. The decision proved to be a contentious one, with replays showing that both players were grappling with each other. The incident was checked by VAR Nick Walsh, and Boyd says it's embarrassing they concurred with the referee. He fumed on Sky. It's absolutely embarrassing. See, at the end of the day, it's a contact sport. Alistair Johnston has a grip on Alfredo Morelos. Morelos has a grip on him as well. Then all of a sudden, he just decides to fall forward because he's caught under the ball. That should be a goal. It is absolutely embarrassing. James McFadden then gave his views in the studio also and said, from that angle it looks poor, 2 arms on Johnston, but you see it there, Johnston has a hold of Morelos' shirt. Both of them are at it, there is a push from Morelos, but he is trying to free himself. For me, I don't think there is enough to give it as a foul. If it was up the other end, Celtic fans would be in the same opinion. Michael Beale has claimed that the harsh refereeing decisions cost Rangers on the day. He said the VAR decisions were harsh on us. At the first goal, you look at Alfredo's shirt, it's twisted around his back. I don't think there is a player trying to play the ball. Only one player is trying to play the ball. There was a lot going into the 2 players, so why pick on our player in that moment? Then Ben Davies makes a mistake with a clearance up in the air, heads it up against Jota and it hits his arm. I know it's outside his body, but not to give that one, that's 2 that are very harsh. Kevin sees it there and then, so the referee on the pitch has to see what he gives. They are very fussy about that. I asked if it was a foul on Joe Hart and a foul on Alfredo, and they said it was a foul by Alfredo. That's what I'm disappointed by. The guys who were outside in the studio are seeing it and replaying it, and everybody else watching it back. All I would ask is look at the number on the back of Alfredo's shirt. Who's pulling who? They're both holding. One's trying to play the ball. One I don't think is trying to play the ball. He's trying to stop Alfredo. If you look again at the chance Alfredo has at the start of the second half, where he heads it against Ryan Jack, watch Johnston in the same moment. So okay, we lose the game, but I think that's a bit of feedback for them because it's a big decision in the game. 2 mistakes cost us, but they're not the only mistakes. We had chances up the other end where we could have been a bit more decisive, but I thought my team played well throughout and probably deserved a bit more from the result. Bill felt the decision not to allow any Rangers fans in Parkhead, which he had been down to a call by Celtic, had led to a diminished atmosphere and appealed for away supporters to be allowed into the world-famous fixture. He said, that's my 16th derby and I've never seen how it used to be, so I've only seen it the way 2 games at Hampden. The atmosphere at Hampden when it's 50-50 is fantastic. It sells the Scottish game so well. I'm not the decision maker, I'm not in and around it, I'm led to believe it was a call from Celtic why there are no away fans between now and the end of the season. That's what I'm led to believe from when I asked the question. I can't say I'm happy with it, even if you get a few fans, it's fantastic. The home fans today made a good atmosphere, ours will be at Ibrox, but that's going to be a back and forth, would be a better for the game. It's a game that is played 6 times a season, as of now, and that is something we need to cherish. We all need to protect that environment. I thought the 2 teams put in a really good game, we played against a really top opponent, and we looked a good team ourselves. I thought the crowd were up, and at other times were anxious. I think they thought they were in a game today, so I thought the players handled it very well. Rangers fans, what are your thoughts on the match against Celtic? And what did you make of the disallowed goal from Morelos? Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Remember, we have released our brand new Rangers t-shirts. We've got the Graham Souness Tim Scalping ones, along with our Michael Bill Stan Smith tees. Do shop the collection by going to rfcclothing.com or going down into the link in the description. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.